Shut up, dude.
And you running your mouth talking about you gonna beat him one-on-one? Why would you say something so blasphemous? He would need help. That is blasphemous. That is blasphemous.
Oh, yeah.
I love Derrick Rose off the floor.
Hey, whatever did he only? Bring it back.
I do not love.
What?
I do not love
What's wrong with
my
you?
point guard to be such a high volume shooter that
Oh,
he is.
my Lord.
He shoots it.
Oh, my. You should be banned from talking
he's like-
basketball.
Oh,
Derrick Rose?
No, he is Derek
Rose?
Fisher. I'll take that.
Derrick Rose?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. You're insane.
You know what? He shoots way too many threes, especially in playoff games. He's going to jack it up 6 or 8, 10 times from three, and he's going to make one up. He's a miniature LeBron. You know it, and I know it. He tries.
Supremely talented. He may be the best.
All right, enough.
Blah, blah, blah.
And then
Welcome, everybody, to episode 225. That's correct.
Nice.
225 episodes of the Sports Drive. A show that's for the renegades, for the people who like to have fun and not have to feel like they have to deal with parameters 24/7, 365.
Yeah, man.
First, if this is your first time watching the show, welcome. Just a little pre-warning. We are we're politically incorrect. Yeah, and if you're easily offended, that's on you. That's not on us.
Yeah.
So, we're here to have a lot of fun. We're here to talk some Chicago sports today.
Nice.
Do us a quick favor, please like the video, subscribe to the channel to check out any of the previous editions we've done here in the Sports Drive. I had to get ready and prepare to make this Pick'em League because I'm going for 3 in a row, 3 championships in a row for our Sports Drive crew. Football season is just around the corner. We are 49 days away from the Bears putting a foot up the Packers' ass.
49 days?
Thursday Night
Wow. That's
Football.
going by quick. 49 days? I didn't realize it.
And guess what, Frank? Bears report to train camp in 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Yes. The road to Miami begins, Louis Hump.
Amen. Amen. All right, really quick before we get to all the other shenanigans, let's do our intro, shall we?
We shall.
Let's
Yes,
go.
sir.
Let's get over it.
Introducing first from Blue Bumblebee, Kentucky. This young man is the private pilot of the Sports Drive. Here is the bully master, Andrew Browning.
What's going on, guys? But gonna be a good show. And shout out to my boy Chucky Smooth. This is South Train himself.
What up, Chucky J. Smooth? I love saying that.
Brownie, do you have to remind yourself about Chuck E. Cheese move before we come on there?
He does it. I'm gonna. Hey, who's Chuck E. Cheese Smooth? Let me ask you, who's Chuck E. Cheese Smooth? What's he doing in PTW these days? Is he feuding with anybody?
And he's taking time off right now, actually.
Oh, so he's gonna have to start his own feud when he comes back.
Yeah.
He's going to have a feud with himself. All right. Introducing next from Blue Bumblebee, Indiana, but a product of the state of Illinois. This young man is a locomotive. Let's just get that out of the way.
Locomotion? I actually like the Grand Funk Railroad's version of that song. That song rules.
Yes, it does.
The Grand Funk Railroad's version.
Right. By the way, real quick, I want to send a happy birthday shout out to my cousin Teresa.
Hey, Teresa.
All right.
Hey, Louis Hump's cousin. Yeah, happy birthday.
Yes. All right, here we go. For Blue Bumblebee, Indiana, but a product of the state of Illinois, he is a Chicago Cubs fan with respect to the White Sox.
Yeah.
Even though we have Eloy and Dylan Cease, we do appreciate your courtesy. Let's go with that courtesy. I think that would work.
As Chris Evans would say, you're welcome.
Nah.
You're welcome. Those days.
He's a Chicago Bears fan, a Bulls fan, and a Blackhawks fan. And he is the James Hetfield of the Sports Drive, Frank Sprinkle.
Louis Hump, you're an awesome dude. You're an awesome dude for our country. You really are.
I appreciate that.
And I mean it sincerely.
All right, Frank, bring me in, shall we?
Okay.
A proper introduction, shall we?
I'm getting the Brian Hamilton. You got to give me the benefit of the doubt here. Okay, hold on.
Frank Hamilton.
Here it comes, dude. Or Greg Hamilton. Hold on. Chicago, Illinois. He is one awesome dude. He holds every single fort together. He is the greatest glowy hump in the world. Josh Lucas. Hey, go ahead. I was gonna say, can we pay? Should we pay me out to other organizations to have me introduce to people?
Yes.
Like weddings, birthdays, and bar mitzvahs.
Yeah. Just as long as you're away from the liquor area.
Oh boy.
Wait, does this mean I have to be away from the circumcision too?
Yes. If you're bringing up any other areas that would involve that, then yeah. All right. Now introducing the best in the world, Shane McMahon.
Shane O'Mac.
I know it's Browning's favorite part of the week of wrestling.
Contract reads Shane McMahon.
By the way, how awesome was that Undertaker Roman Reigns tag team match with Shane McMahon and Drew McIntyre?
Dude, Taker coming back, that shocked me.
I told you guys, Undertaker still got it. You gotta have him with the right opponents.
I would say Taker's God. I only believe in one God, but Taker's my favorite. Bar none. Taker's my favorite wrestler of all time, hands down.
He's the GOAT.
He is the GOAT. Nobody else. I mean, you give me names. Hogan, Flair, anyone. Bret Hart.
I can't say Austin because he had a 4-year run. That's all it was.
Dude, he's better. He's better than Austin. There's nobody like the Undertaker.
Undertaker's the epitome of what WWE is.
Dude, he's the epitome of what pro wrestling is. Are you kidding me?
All right. Let's see what else I could bring up here real quick before it talks of sports. Oh, hey, Jenny, how you doing?
Oh my goodness, Sally! Oh, I hate the summer. Did you know I'm getting a bloody offer here from my kids because all they're doing is running my bank account dry. They want to go to the water park and they want to go get ice cream constantly. Oh, Sally, it is awful. Pretty soon, I'm gonna be poor and I'm gonna have to live on government cheese.
Dude, government cheese is money. I mean, really, government cheese is basically welfare.
Again, for anybody who's watching this for the first time, the reason why we do this is a interpretation of how people interact with each other at these 9 to 5 jobs where they're stressed out and you're in your cubicle. Somebody walks past you. Oh, hey, Billy. How's the Cubs game last night? Did you really have a good time? Did he really have a good time? Well, that's awesome. I'm so happy for you. It's
have a good time. I drank a lot of my kids, and all they wanted was food. Oh my goodness, they wanted Giordano's pizza and Bona beef and those big nacho helmets. Oh, Sally, like I said, I'm gonna be living on government cheese. You know what, Chloe, I gotta say this. Don't you get the self that these people hate their lives and have low self-esteem?
And that's pretty much the case.
Yeah.
That's why I don't work a 9 to 5 job. I make my money on my own merit, and I work at night at my uncle's tattoo shop, and I get extra money for doing wrestling articles. I don't need to be set at a certain time just to make a certain amount of money. I think that's outdated and just ridiculous at this point.
Right.
You're gonna make money, do it because it's something you want to do and you earned it, not because it was handed to you out of necessity. You know, I just hate that about society. Oh, you're only a quality person in society if you have a 9 to 5 job and making $30,000 a year. Hey, if you ask me if I wanted to have my own house and this and that, absolutely. But I'm gonna get to that point.
Yeah, but be like Al Bundy and don't get married.
I just think it's funny sometimes when parents want to rush you to their shoes because they make decisions. You know, it's weird. Like, I'm living my life. I'm not living your life. I'm not talking about myself. I'm just talking about in general. Like, you know, live life on your own terms. No, obviously, don't be a freaking drug addict or doing something stupid, obviously. But
of course, absolutely.
All right. Let's see. Let's do some opening rant, shall we?
All right, well, go for it.
This 1 second. Brown. Actually, Frank, go first. I need to fix my headphone really quick. All right.
You know, Chloe, I got to tell you something. I don't want you to be scary here, but I've been thinking about you when I've seen no, in a good sense. When I've seen these, I gotta say this. I've been seeing these promos and all of these interviews about the Lion King. Dude, you're the first person I think about when I've been. It seems like there's only been 2 themes this week that I've been hearing about. It seems that it's been the Apollo 11 anniversary and the Lion King. I mean, it seems that all of America is either talking about that or that, if you know what I mean. When's it come out, Gleam? I'm just saying. I mean, whenever I see promos or interviews about it, I've been thinking about you, dude.
It comes out at midnight or tomorrow.
When are you going to go see it? You're going to see it. I know that. When are you going to go see it?
I don't know yet. I got to figure it out. I don't really talk about the money I make a lot of times, but I got like a $700 deposit last week from some stuff I've been doing on the side, and I don't know, maybe I could invest in myself a little bit. And here's the thing, though, I make money just like everybody else does, but I don't really spend a lot. I'm not spending like money for video game systems or this or that. I'm not wasting my money, I guess. I'm not cheap, though. I want to make that clear. I am not Mick Foley. I am not cheap. I just want to make that clear.
We said you were, dude. We said you were. We said you were.
Frank, I do appreciate that. Lion King is my favorite movie.
Yeah, no, I've been thinking, like I said, I've been thinking about you every time I've been seeing promos and hearing interviews. It seems that people are talking about the moon landing and the Lion King this week.
I saw the original. I saw the theater play. I played Lion King songs in elementary bands before in high school, in elementary school, like the renditions of songs from that soundtrack. I'm a Lion King mark. I can.
I know. Hey, isn't somebody covering Elton John's "Can You Feel the Love Tonight" for the movie?
Yes.
I actually heard a little bit of the new cover.
It's pretty good, actually.
Yeah, I think it is. Listen, growing up, I saw it in the theaters, and when it came out, 94, I believe, the year you were born.
Yes, sir.
Okay, understand this. I have a sister that's 2 years younger than me, and she loved the Disney movies, The Little Mermaid. She saw like Beauty and the Beast 4 times in late 91 when it came out in the theaters.
Yikes.
Aladdin, The Lion King. So I understand my sister, who's 2 years and 13 days exactly younger than me, was into the Disney movies.
What can somebody look up the actual date that Lion King
I got it.
in theaters?
Yeah, Lion King. I got it, dude. 1994. Right. Okay, came out, dude. Wait for it. Okay, June 24th, 1994. So it came out.
I was a month.
Yeah, you were a month old. But get this, it came out 10 days after the OJ Bronco chase.
Oh my God!
I just threw it in there.
Of course you did.
Yeah, it came out after the Bronco chase.
You're ridiculous. You know what's funny about this whole thing with the Lion King? Like, you know how they show Simba when he was like a baby? Like, I don't know. It was like a month or whenever he was born, and they have Rafiki put him up in the air like that. That's me, basically. I was probably the same age as Simba was when they hold his ass up in the air like that.
I'm trying to think. There was another song Elton John did for the soundtrack. I'm forgetting what it was off the top of my head. I'm talking about the 94 original release. I'm trying to think. I saw the video of it. Oh, goodness. You understand, growing up at the time I was watching a lot of MTV and VH1.
Right.
Oh, of course, MTV had Beavis and Butthead on back then.
All right. Well, don't get me wrong. I watched a lot of that stuff too, and I probably shouldn't have at that age.
Beavis and Butthole, how nice.
I think a lot of people understand my I want to say dark humor, but I do have an edgy humor to myself where I'll talk about waterfall and
right.
action stuff. I get it from what I grew up with in the 90s and stuff. So
I miss the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then,
What?
oh, I got a question for you.
Sure, what is it, dude?
Did you get a picture of Walmart Boy rocking
Oh, no.
Boston Red Sox gear?
Dude, okay, yes, I did. Oh, my
Okay,
God.
I'm glad I asked this question because I did too.
Oh no.
Go ahead,
There's
Frank.
a- Okay,
I'll
okay,
tell you I haven't.
wait, Bronny, did he send you one too?
Oh no.
Okay, go ahead. Can I say this before you go any further?
Yeah.
Before we go any further, be fortunate we don't play for the Red Sox. Otherwise, he'd send pictures of his you-know-what. Would.
Oh man,
Just be fortunate.
that's brutal. That's brutal.
Brutal. And then
There's a wrestling term for that. Brutal Bob Evans.
Oh, wait, isn't that Strudel? Wait, isn't that Strudel? At least, wait. Yeah, okay, but let me ask you this, dude. Can I say this? And I don't wish him any ill will or bad health, but
Right.
I could give a Beavers. You know what, dude? Okay, hold on. How would you like it if I send you pictures of me wearing Cubs?
I don't know why he needed to send me that selfie.
Yeah, dude.
though. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah, dude. I mean, what's the point?
yeah, really.
I'm so glad I asked you this question.
Oh, exactly.
It threw me off.
This was Sunday night, correct?
Yes.
Okay, Sunday night. He sent it to me as well, and I'm
No,
thinking.
I haven't got anything yet.
You know, he's
Well,
done
he
that
doesn't.
to
Have,
me
he
too.
doesn't have your phone number, then probably.
You know, he's done that to me too. In terms
well.
of this, he sent you does he send you pictures of him wearing Patriots apparel?
No, nothing Patriots. I only got
Oh,
the Red
jeez.
Sox one.
I'm just curious how big it is on him. Is that like 3XL he's wearing?
And then
Right.
What?
Hey, what?
Yeah, but the fact is, look, I don't wish any ill will upon him, dude. But I don't care.
It's just weird, man. It's
Dude, I don't send you pictures of me. I don't send pictures of anybody wearing Cub apparel.
Mhm. All right.
All righty then. Go on,
oh
go on.
yeah.
Browning, opening rant, good. What you got to say?
Oh, so I was watching SmackDown and saw where Randy Orton pinning Kofi on Tuesday night. That was a good match, though. Even though Kofi,
The six man?
yeah,
Yeah, that was a good one. Yep.
did a trouble paralyzed on Eliza's back there,
Yeah, I saw that.
and then Shane McMahon KO stunned twice by Kevin Owens. He couldn't even walk.
Nah. Oh, by the way, Frank, I got some good news for you.
What is it, dude?
Stone Cold Steve Austin will be on Monday Night Raw this month.
Reunion.
Yeah, but okay, he'll be on Monday Night Raw, but they're gonna make it PG though. It's not gonna be like Stone Cold from 20 years ago.
Who gives a shit? He's on the show.
Okay, he's a Hall of Famer, dude. When I think of Stone Cold,
He still does the middle finger and drinks beer and stuff.
oh yeah, you gotta have that. You gotta have that, dude.
He did it at the Raw 25th anniversary, right?
Okay, yeah, but he's gonna stun somebody here. The question is, who's he gonna stun? Who gets the Stone Cold stunner on Monday night?
Well, that's gonna be Shane McMahon and Drew McIntyre. Stereo stunners. Stereo stunners from Stone Cold and Kevin Owens. Boom.
Hey, bring back the beer truck. Bring back one of my greatest memories. I don't know which one. You know what, though? I gotta say this: the beer truck with Stone Cold and the milk truck with Angle at the Alliance. Those were two of my favorite WWE memories.
All right, Frank, do you have a rant today?
Yeah, well, I mentioned my rant about good health, good spirits. Cubs are playing well.
Wasn't there something you wanted to tell me before we went
Yeah,
on
I
air?
talked about the Lion King.
Oh, the Lion.
The
Okay.
Lion King. That's what I told you. I've been seeing the Lion King, all these interviews and trailers, and you're the first person I think of when I see it.
Has it been bothering you that there's been so many
No,
Lion King?
it hasn't been. No. It hasn't been bothering me, not at all. Because like I said, I saw in the theaters 25 years ago. I'm sure it's well made. I don't plan to see it myself, but I just know what you like, and I just say, man, the Glory Hump's got to see this. Man, this interview, the Glory Hump needs to be seeing this.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm raising up my screen here on the computer so you can look at this Puerto Rican flag in the background here. My rant's gonna be a little controversial. Maybe some people be in their feelings about it. It's not sports related. my rant has nothing to do with what happened last night. It has with a bigger issue. Society are filled with a lot of hypocrites. For anybody that tells you that they want morals and this society is lost with morals and ethics, you're the reason for that. You elect people who are immorally correct, people who only care about their own well-being and the people in their own circle, and then you bitch about it, yet you're the one there voting them in. Like, I see outrage every single month about Donald Trump and something that he put on Twitter or something, you know? And I'm not even Republican or Democratic. I'm just over it at this point. I don't give a shit what Donald Trump has to say. And that's the thing. Silence
is golden?
It is golden.
Silence is golden. Go ahead.
Silence has more power than you thumping your stupid ass fingers on a keyboard where nothing's going to change after the fact. You are the reason why Donald Trump is the president right now. Because you don't know what you want. You talk out of both sides of your ass. Oh, we want this in our politics. We want this in our society. And it's the other way around. Oh, what about us? What about us?
Yeah, what about us?
There's no fucking common ground. So how are you going to get on your soapboxes about who's the mayor, who's the president, this and that? You're at fault. You guys can't. You don't have the ability to get out of your narrow-minded mindsets, your narrow-minded traditions about how way life's supposed to be run. That you get in a way of actually having some clarity in society. How about that? Maybe we wouldn't be shooting at each other all the time if we would actually get our head out of our ass and actually try to understand where other people are coming from. So I'm just tired of all these stupid ass political debates and rants on social media and stuff. I'm not even a Donald Trump guy. I'm not. I didn't vote for him. I didn't give a shit about him during his election. I still don't care about the guy. But goddamn, I get annoyed because a lot of you don't realize that you're the reason why this jackass is the president and may even get another term. I'm tired of the flippy floppy nature of our society, man.
Right.
It's one thing this week, it's the next week, the next. I talk about it a lot here with sports and wrestling. 1 week, people love the Cubs. The next, everybody wants to trade everybody on the team.
Fire them all!
I even mentioned it in wrestling. Oh, 1 week Raw was awesome. Next week, oh my God, Vince McMahon needs to be fired. He needs to be put in an electric chair.
That ain't gonna happen, dude. Ain't gonna happen.
I'm tired of the fucking football. Can we have some consistency here? Is that too much to ask? Like, how dare these people do this? How dare people do that? Like, okay. I rather deal with people that are transparent and I can understand who I need to surround myself with and people I do not need to surround myself with. I could tell when somebody's racist, and guess what? I'm not going to be by them. I'm not going to waste my energy spending time trying to change their lives because they're already clueless to what their own problems are because they're, again, lack of consistency, lack of actual transparency, and most importantly, lack of self-awareness. I think a lot of us in society are way too selfish for our own good and what our own needs are. And I just think it's ridiculous. So that's my rant today.
Well taken, Goalie Hump. Well taken. And by the way, don't feel like people are going to say, oh my goodness, I hate your guts. Hey, I say this. That's your opinion. You're entitled to it. And if somebody hates it, then you're not then they're the one with the problem, not you.
All right, let's talk some sports, shall we?
Yeah, let's talk some sports. Football. Please. Yeah, football, baseball.
Cubs are on a little hot streak so far, coming off the All-Star break. They won their series with the Pirates and the Reds.
Pirates.
Yu Darvish had a pretty good outing yesterday.
Finally a home win.
Yeah, it's a miracle, right?
Well, it has been. It has been. He's been pitching well even before that. The problem is the offense has not given him run support. I was there on Friday, and that was a great ball game. But the offense needs to give. the offense needs to give him some more run support. This offense, though, is polarizing. You're going to get those big run games in which the Cubs are going to score 5 runs in the opening inning, maybe 5 runs in the first 2 innings, and then lay an egg. I know that's baseball, but it just seems like Yu Darvish has been on the unfortunate end of a lot of his starts as of late.
Right. What was I going to say? You know that I listen to a lot of local radio, and the topic that was going on this morning before I called you guys was is Chris Bryant worth the max contract extension that's up to $300 million? And that was the debate that was going on today. Is Chris Bryant worth the max contract, and is Chris Bryant an elite baseball player?
He's starting to play like one, I'll say that. Unfortunately, his contract is up after the 2021 season, so there's still a little time to work out the details. I would have to say he's not worth the Mike Trout money. He might not be worth the Machado, Harper money, but I think he's worth a pretty good sum. Then again, Glory Hump, time's going to tell. I think right now he's worth a big contract, but just not big along those lines.
Right.
But we'll have to wait and see what the next couple of years bring. He's playing some awesome baseball right now, Brian. I'll tell you what, there's been some struggles, yes, but he has been playing some great baseball. He's hitting homers, although that's overrated. I think at times just get on base. I think homer is over. Listen, I'm going to say this right now, and people are going to think I'm an idiotic moron. You can think whatever you want of me. I'm going to sleep well tonight. I think the home run is an overrated stat in baseball. It's a great moment in baseball, but just get on base. I don't care how you do it. Walks, base hits, whatever the case may be. And Chris Bryant has been hitting the ball very well, and sprinkling some homers now and then.
Yeah.
I think he's starting to get better. We're starting to see the best of Chris Bryant, Glowy Hump.
Here's my thing with the Cubs, and it kind of relates to a White Sox team I watched when I was younger. A lot of Anthony Rizzo, Schwarber, Chris Bryant, and Javi Baez remind me a lot of Frank Thomas, Carlos Lee, Maglio Ordonez, and Paul Konerko, where you're going to hit a lot of home runs, but again, like you're saying, like it's up and down with consistent hitting. And that's what I see a lot with the Cubs. It's a lot of what I saw with Paul Konerko, Frank Thomas, Carlos Lee, and Maglio Ordonez. Am I wrong about that?
No. Well, let me ask you this: what does Hawk Harrelson say? Keep the line moving. Mm-hmm. That's what you got to do. This is why.
Well, the reason I'm bringing that up is sooner or later you got to move on from these guys. Maybe that just those 4 guys together are not meshing to the point that you need them to.
Well, look, Louis Hump, I'm going to be honest with you. The fact is, the Cubs, and this is where Marquee Sports Network comes into place. The Cubs right now just don't have a lot of money. Now, people say, well, how can you sign Kimbrel to all that money? There was money left over from Ben Zobrist's absence. If Zobrist is with the Cubs right now, Kimbrel's not with the Cubs right now. The fact is, you need the ready cash because I don't know if you're going to be able to keep all these guys. I don't see it. I mean, as far as maybe like Russell and Schwarber, you might not be able to keep them. But you take a guy like Javier Baez. This guy deserves to be the highest paid Cub right now. But you need that cash. The Cubs have a low payroll, and I know people talk about a tradition ending with the WGN and all of that.
Yeah.
Hey, time moves on. A lot of people are watching games on their computer, myself included. And the fact is, when the Cubs start Marquee Sports Network next year, by the way, I would love to join that network in some capacity. It doesn't even have to be on air. I would like to start on air, maybe work my way on.
Right.
You're going to have that ready cash. You're going to pay a good number of these guys. You're going to be able to pay Baez. You're going to be able to pay Wilson Contreras. You're going to be able to pay potentially Chris Bryant and Anthony Rizzo. And I'll say this one more thing, Gluey Up. One more thing. Anthony Rizzo is the elder statesman of the Cubs. He was there when this team lost over 100 games.
Right.
He gets on base. he contributes in more ways than many people think. I want to see Anthony Rizzo get a new contract with a lot of zeros when his time is up. But that's why you need the money. That's why you need the Marquee Sports Network. You need the running cash going up. Simple as that.
Or even times when they had like Alfonso Soriano, Aramis Ramirez, and Derek Lee on the same team.
They started off well, but they didn't fare good at the end.
Mm-hmm. What was I going to say? The White Sox been on a big losing streak. I don't know what it is about Oakland. It's like we're a different team every time we go out to that dumpy ass stadium.
I've been to that. Hey, Chloe Hump, I've been to that dumpy you-know-what stadium. I was there in 1992 I was there before when it was enclosed. Or no, before you had the Raider seats. I was there when you could look out and see the mountains. And by the way, that was the first ever sport event I saw outside of Chicago. It was in August of 1992, and sure enough, the opponent was the White Sox that afternoon.
Nice.
Yeah. My first ever sport event was a White Sox road, non-Chicago White Sox road game in Oakland.
Did the White Sox win that game?
No, they lost, I think, 2-1. Jack McDowell was the starter. I remember Jack McDowell was the starting pitcher that afternoon.
Yeah. They always say the Oakland A's is the house of horrors for the White Sox.
They need a new stadium. Come on.
It's a dump.
Yeah, it is a dump. Hey, the Raiders are leaving that dump after this season.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm going to Pittsburgh in October to watch the Bears-Raiders game.
Oh, you are? Cool.
By the way, that Bears-Raiders game is going to be a noon kickoff, not a early morning London kickoff.
Thank you, NFL. Thank you. I don't have to get up at 9 o'clock.
Jeez.
The NFL's stupid for doing that.
Yeah, can you picture how grouchy Bears fans would be if they woke up super early and they lost the game?
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, you know what they're going to blame? They're going to blame Goodell for that loss.
Yeah.
It's all Roger Goodell's fault. The Bears got to go to England.
Yeah, you know, this Roger Goodell, he really doesn't care about my sleep.
Oh, here's what I'm going up. By the way, I gotta tell you, I didn't care for God Save the Queen because we live in the United States of America where there is no queen. If I was in the queen's presence, I would pass gas in front of her because of all the pork chops I ate. I love those pork chops.
Yeah. You know, Mitch Trubisky left his quarterback skills in America when he went on the plane.
You know what? Oh my goodness, fire Ryan Pace. Ryan Pace because of Ryan Pace can't eat pork chops.
Yeah, they'll watch. They'll lose the game right during the season, and people will say that on Twitter probably.
That's what I said last week. The Bears are going to lose some games, folks. They're going to win a lot more games. They're going to win a ton of games this year, pending health. But they're going to lose a few games there and then, Bears fans. So once they do, don't panic and shut your mouth.
We don't have the luxury of what the AFC East is right now. Hopefully, we can get to that point because this is my opinion. I am not sold on the Minnesota Vikings like all these national media members are. I get it. They got a great roster of defensive players and this and that. That's cool. I'm not a Kirk Cousins guy. And the fact that I heard on NFL Live that Kirk Cousins is more reliable than Mitch Trubisky, I almost had a heart attack.
Good thing you did, Good thing you didn't. Good thing you didn't.
Just from laughing at the stupidity I heard out of that mouth. So he gets drafted in the same draft class as RG3.
Right, of course.
They're both with the Redskins. He was the backup. I'm not even gonna get started.
Hold on, though. Wasn't RG3 predicted to be the future of the Washington Redskins back in 2012 when he was drafted?
Now look.
Here's the funny thing. National media are so fixated on the Bears being shitty and like used to them being going in last place. Like they're looking at last year as a mirage. Like it was a fluke.
Why?
It's not a fluke.
Why?
And you hear how they talk. Oh, the Vikings are going to be scary. They're going to look out for revenge. Oh, you would think that'd be scary last year after they got embarrassed in the NFC Championship game the season prior.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I'm supposed to be scared now because the Vikings missed the playoffs last year.
Hey, listen, Chloe Hump, if I'm gonna talk about the Minnesota Vikings,
dude, the Bears' second string defense was still kicking their ass after they took the starters out.
And the Vikings needed that game.
Oh,
Glory up. If I'm going to talk about the Minnesota Vikings here, here's what I got to say.
yeah.
Mike Zimmer needs to be on the hot seat, honestly.
Yes, thank you.
Mike Zimmer's going to be on the hot seat because it's playoffs or bust for the Minnesota Vikings. Mark my words. We know how tough it is to win in this league from a head coaching standpoint.
Correct.
Vikings don't make the playoffs. Mike Zimmer, nice guy and all, might be out of a job.
Yes.
Well, there was expectations, weren't they? They didn't meet the expectations.
All right, another one. Look, shout out to Daniel Greenberg, who does Shy Sports Updates. This is a Twitter account. He puts all the updates for all the Chicago sports teams.
Mm-hmm.
For Bleacher Report, NFL experts picked the Green Bay Packers to win the NFC North this upcoming season, while 3 NFL experts picked the Bears. Okay.
I don't get this. Help me out here.
Who's Aaron Rodgers paying to have these writers suck his dick every single season? I'm really trying to figure this out.
Wait. How do we know it's How do we know it's Aaron Rodgers? For all we know, it can be Danica Patrick paying these writers.
Oh,
I'm just saying. Hey, how do we know it's Aaron Rodgers? It might be Danica.
Okay, give me one legitimate reason why the Packers are going to win the division this year. And if you're going to say Aaron Rodgers, I'm just about to go off. Anybody, Browning, Frank, give me one reason why the Packers are going to win the division this year.
One reason.
My point. Thank you.
Exactly. Bingo.
Oh my God, man. It's something like it's called courtesy. Can you give the team the respect they deserve? NFL.com put Matt Nagy as the 14th ranked coach. The guy won the Coach of the Year last year.
And he was a rookie head coach.
You can't have him in the top 10. You got him at 14, and you got John Gruden behind him. It's ridiculous, man.
By the way, it was cool yesterday to see Matt Nagy.
Hold on. John Gruden is not a top 15 coach. I'm sorry. No shot. No shot. 14th, you win the NFL Coach of the Year just because you got Mitch Trubisky, that lowers your ranking. Get the fuck out of here.
Wait. It wasn't just Trubisky. Let's talk about the defense. The defense played well. You brought in Khalil Mack that motivated the defense. It's not easy. Look, being a coach in the NFL.
There's no reason why an NFL Coach of the Year is ranked 14th the following season after winning the Coach of the Year.
Wait, who did the rankings again? Who are these rankings? Help me out here. Who are these rankings again?
NFL.com.
Jeez, the Bears have become Rodney Dangerfields of the NFL.
Oh my God.
They're getting no respect. I don't get it, dude.
That's just something that bothers me. And yes, I'm a Bears fan. Yeah, call me biased, whatever. I don't care. But Jesus Christ. Oh, the 100th time. Oh, the Bears are going to regress because they have Chuck Pagano and not Vic Fangio. Oh, ask Ray Lewis and Ed Reed how they think about Chuck Pagano. I'd rather listen to their opinions than freaking Dan Graziano or Jeff Darlington. I'm a douchebag on NFL Live. Get out of here, man.
Hey, you know what, Glenn? I see this. You know what? We should. Bears fans should know this.
I put this on Instagram yesterday.
Right.
50 days. So on Instagram, I've been putting pictures of different Bears players counting down the before the Packers game, right? And yesterday was Mike Singletary. So I put a picture of Mike Singletary, and under it I said 50 days away from 50 days to the biggest long overdue ass whipping in NFL history. You think the Bears forgot what happened to them in week 1 of last season? You just think the Packers are just going to waltz into Soldier Field and just going to blow us out, right?
No. There were growing pains. Even Nagy, interesting going on. Matt Nagy, even after that game, look, he said, I could have coached this way differently. Even Matt Nagy came out and admitted, I made some mistakes coaching. It was my first game. It's part of the learning curve as a head coach. They lost that game. But you know what? there were lessons learned in that game that has transpired to the Bears' success last season and will transpire this season. I want to say this about what you've been talking about, the rankings and all of that stuff. Look. Just what the Bears need to do, ignore it. I mean, do you want to use it for bulletin board material? Okay, maybe use it for bulletin board material. But you go out there and you play. You go out there and you win. You go out there and prove everybody that they're wrong. So you know what? I say this. Let NFL.com and all these writers and the national perspective, let them have their opinions. Let them. Just go out there and play. Go out there and do what we know you can do.
The annoying part about that is that the local radio hosts here in Chicago live and die by those stupid rankings. They look at that as the gospel of where the team is.
Oh no, they're scared. Wait. They're scared. They're scared that these rankings and these opinions are all going to be true.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't get it, man. I'm
scared. Like I said, the Bears are going to lose games. I'm just curious what it's going to be like after that first Bears loss. Honestly, the Bears can go 5-0, 6-0 to start the season, and then all of a sudden they lose a game, and then everybody is wanting to jump off the Willis Tower, literally.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to do a show that week because I don't know if I'll be able to contain myself of reading the stupid comments that would come out of that game.
No, actually, we need to read those comments because, like I said, if people think this team's going to go 17-0 like the Dolphins or whatever they did, or even 15-1 like the '85 Bears, it's not going to happen. It ain't going to happen. This team is good. I
saw a Fox Sports anchor say that the Bears are going to be 5-11 this year.
5-11. Wait, who got injured? May I ask? Did Trubisky? Did Mac? Who got injured?
No, their thing was saying that Mitch Trubisky is the next Christian Ponder. That's the running narrative about Mitch, which is stupid. Put on the freaking tape and you tell me that he's Jake Locker or Christian Ponder or any of these other bums out there. Give me a break.
Look at his mechanics. Dude,
you're going to sit there with a straight face and tell me that Deshaun Watson is better than Mitch Trubisky. And have DeAndre Hopkins on this roster, and we'll see. Oh, man. I don't know why it just bothers me so much. It does, though.
Because you're a Bears fan like me, and we saw a lot of good things from the Bears last year. We saw the potential. They shocked me. They shocked me. I said, look,
nobody in this city wants me for this kid to be one of the top 5 quarterbacks more than me. Because the way this kid came to this city and got booed at a Bulls game a week after he got drafted pissed me off. And I became a fan of Mitch Trubisky that night. Call me wherever you want. I really don't care.
I understand that.
That a large amount of people in this city, I don't even care about the national people anymore. The radio hosts on here that make snarky, indirect shots towards them. Yeah, I hear you, Tom Waddle. You think you're a wise guy. You're really not. People that take pot shots towards Mitch Trubisky and this and that. And I'm not even saying he's a perfect quarterback or anything like that. But for the large amount of people in this city that already made up their mind that this guy's going to be a bust and that he's an automatic failure and actually root for him to fail and point out every great little thing that Patrick Mahomes and Deshaun Watson do, you guys could go fuck yourselves as far as I'm concerned.
Let me say this. 1998, Colts fans were booing Peyton Manning.
He led the league in interceptions that year.
No, I'm talking about when he got drafted.
I know. I'm talking about Peyton Manning. He led the league of interceptions when that happened.
And look at Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning is the guy that literally saved the Indianapolis Colts organization. Because you draft Ryan Leaf over Peyton Manning. And by the way, I have respect for what has become of Ryan Leaf. I have. But if you look at if the Colts drafted Ryan Leaf, and I have a good friend that's a Colts fan who at the time wanted Ryan Leaf over Peyton Manning.
Right.
I said this. Okay, well, you drafted Ryan Leaf then the Colts are going to be mediocre. They're going to move. They're not going to get Lucas Oil Stadium, which I have been in. It's a beautiful facility. That's what would have happened. Peyton Manning literally saved the Colts in Indianapolis and brought them prominence. Now, with Mitch Trubisky, obviously it's different. There's no saving here. But I'm just saying, it's they booed Peyton Manning when he came up. They booed Mitch Trubisky when they came up. Upset.
All right, we're about to wrap up the show in a couple minutes. Brownie, anything else you wanted to mention really quick?
And then
There you go. There you go. There you go.
All right, let's get into the spoken word, shall we?
Why not?
nice.
Good, Brownie, good.
Spoken Word is a good show. Good show as always, even though with and then. But anyway. Shout out to my boy Chucky Cheese. That Mr. South Drain himself.
What up, Chuck E. Cheese? Move.
Why not Chuck E. Cheese?
Oh.
Is there never mind. I'm not even gonna say what I'm thinking. I'm not even gonna say what I'm thinking, dude.
All right, that's fine. Yep.
Yeah, I don't think I should. I don't want to cause car accidents and have us get sued.
Frank, the floor is yours.
You know, like I said always, if you wake up every morning, consider yourself to have a pretty good. Consider yourself to have a good life. My spoken word of the day is always God blessings, one and all.
Right. My spoken word of the day is be the authentic product that is yourself.
Love it.
Also, always remember to have some fun. Go get some waterfall. Have a wonderful weekend. Go
If
see
you're a guy,
yes, or a girl too. You can get yourself waterfall too. It doesn't matter. By the way, go see Lion King. I'm really excited for football season to get here because I'm kind of getting a gist of how the rest of this White Sox season is going to be.
I have one question about the Lion King. Is it in IMAX or 3D?
I think it'd be in both.
Oh, okay. Just
nice.
Oh
yeah, Gloria, you're taking me back to 1994, which is by all accounts the year I should have died.
Well, that's good to know.
Well, no, I almost blew up my house that year.
Oh,
Yeah, that's good to know.
Yeah, we would never met.
Yeah,
I've been watching our past episodes lately.
right.
I think our 201 episode, we got like 106 views on it.
Oh, really?
Oh my goodness! Holy smokes!
Nice. Yeah, guys, make sure to spread the word about the show, guys. You know, share a link, tell a friend about the show. We have a lot of fun and curse, and this is up early in the morning. Probably not a good time for kids to watch this show, but the little Jimmies and the little Johnnies.
Aren't they at the park, dude? Yeah, we're a bad example to the rest of America.
Our truth is cracking me up still.
Yeah. Hope you guys still get constipated.
I got my baby back.
Oh my goodness, Sally!
Look at what I'm saying. What's up? All right.
Can't we all just get along?
For the Brownie
Yeah.
Master in the big bag of win himself, Frank Sprinkle. I'm the gluey hump, Josh Lopez. Thank you guys so much for checking out episode 225 of the Sports Drive.
Yeah.
We'll be having episode 164 of the Hoops Podcast later on tonight. Recording that bad boy with my brother Adam. And hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. We'll talk to y'all later.
And then
Love and understanding.